Welcome to Grandad's Reviews. So, Pentax released a film camera. Amazing that a large camera manufacturer has released a film camera. I think it's wonderful for the film community because all we've got really are old film cameras to use. The only new film cameras being produced are like lomography stuff and Leica, but now we've got Pentax, and I can see why they brought out a half frame, because it's more of a casual shooting camera that we can just go around, just document life, and you're getting double the frames out of a roll of film, and we know how much film costs at the moment. As regards price, a lot of people are saying it's very expensive, and I get where they're coming from. It is expensive. We're looking £400 to £500 in the UK here, and for a half frame camera that's quite expensive. But we've got to have a look at the actual production costs and the research they've had to do and the development of that camera. It must have cost millions, and so they've got to get the money back. And at the start they don't know how popular it's going to be, so I think it's a good starting point, and they can go from there. You know, if it becomes popular, and there will be a lot of people buying it, I'm sure, they'll be doing deals, and there'll be a part two, as it might say. And I can see them bringing a full frame camera out, because looking at the actual pictures of the camera and what I've seen on YouTube, it looks like that can easily be adapted to a full frame camera. But if you're thinking to yourself, yeah, I'd like to buy one, but it's £400, have I got choices? Of course you have. Still out there on the second-hand market are half frame cameras. I, for instance, shoot on this Fujica half. Fantastic little camera. And the added advantage of this is no batteries. Got a cesium light meter here. We can put it into auto mode for the aperture and the shutter speed, so it'll do everything for you. Just point and shoot. Zone focusing like the Pentax 17. We've got feet scale on here, plus people, groups, infinity, so we can zone focus with it. If you want to get a little bit more advanced, you can change it off automatic and pick your own aperture, and it will pick the shutter speed, so aperture priority. And if you really want to go full manual, you can then change it to manual, so you can set the aperture and the shutter speed yourself. Now for that you're going to need an external light meter or use the Sunny 16 rule, but yeah, and you can pick these up quite cheap. I think I paid about £20–30 for this. But your disadvantage is you may not get one that works. I was lucky this one works. I'm looking at another one which says it doesn't, but we'll see. So you may have to buy 2 or 3, and hopefully you've got a returns window on the ones that are broken to get one that works. But when you do, let's say you pay £50 for this working, you've then got £350 spare to spend on film, because even with the Pentax 17, once you purchased it, you're going to have to pay for film. Even if you are getting 72 frames out of a roll of 36 or 48 out of a roll of 24, you've still got to buy that film, and it's still going to cost you money to have it processed. So buying something cheaper like this, even if you have to buy 2 or 3 to get one that works, would be a nice way to step into half frame. And then if you think, yeah, I like that, but I want something with modern glass and new, then you could go on to the Pentax 17. But I still think the Pentax 17 is a breath of fresh air for the film community, and I hope it does take off. And I hope that once they do see that it is popular, then prices will come down and a Mark II will come out, whether it's full frame or not, because then that'll incentify the film manufacturers to probably bring out more film or reduce the price of film because they're selling more. But if it is piqued your interest but you don't know whether you'd be into doing half frame photography, just search for half frame cameras on eBay and see what you can find. There's Canon, I think it's called the Canon Demi, there's the Yashica half frame cameras, Olympus everybody did half frame cameras at one point, so you can find them. It's just finding one that works. I found these Fujicas to be very reliable. When you've got one that's working, it usually stays working. It's well built, it's all metal. Yeah, it's a lovely little camera. It's small and light, and just carry it around with you. But yeah, dip your toe into half frame with an eBay or Facebook Marketplace purchase of a old half frame camera. See if you like it, and if you want to save up for a Pentax 17, go for it. And as I say, I do hope that it does do well, and I think it will. That's my little rant on half frame photography. I'll throw some images in I've took with this so you can see the kind of quality you can get. And it all depends on the film, to be honest. Not just the glass, the body makes no difference. Yeah, good quality glass, Fuji glass is good. Also the film, if you put in a very low quality film in, you're going to get low quality images. If you put something a bit more expensive, like Tri-X or T-Max or Acros 2, or even if you're going for colour for Hectar or something like that, Pro Image is pretty good, then you'll get good results. I enjoyed the video. Give that a thumbs up, it helps the channel. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. Till next time, see you later.